Okay, so we want to open your eyes to some return policies that are lenient to a fault. You know, we've heard for years, I thought it was like, it's like an urban myth about the woman who returned her 10-year-old mattress to Costco and got the money for it.
That's crazy.
But Costco has been known to be very lenient. However, I will tell you, don't try and buy an Apple product at Costco and think that's going to be lenient. It's not. I bought an Apple Watch from Costco. My first time I remember calling Mumbles from Costco. Mumbles used to work on our show, knows everything about Apple.
Mm-hmm.
And I called him and I said, listen, I think I'm going to give in to the smartwatch. Which one should I get? And so Mumbles and I are on the phone inside Costco, and he's telling me about this one, this one, this one, this one. I said, okay, fine, I'm going to get it. And he goes, and I said, is there any other like cheaper place I can get it from, or is Costco the way to go? He's like, yeah, that's pretty good, especially with their return policy. Blah blah blah. No, that's 90 days. On day number 91.
That's when
there was a flaw on it. So I took it back to Costco thinking, it's like that Instagram video with the music. You're like, yeah, I'm walking to Costco thinking I'm getting a return.
Nope.
No,
And then you get put in your place.
They're like, no, not on Apple products. I'm like, oh. Anyway, so I still have
I get that with electric
dead watch.
toothbrush. I will say I've returned those like over the last 10 years probably 4 times.
Why? What happens?
For some reason,
4
one of them,
times. Why keep buying it?
they'll die because we get it for free.
Well, it's
How
I mean,
long
not really free. I mean, I bought it the first time.
Yeah, but
How long does it take for them to die before you return it?
I felt like that was one was like 7 months, one was 3 months.
Do you take an extra long time brushing your teeth?
I don't know. It was that. So
What
I went
is
to
the brand?
It was
What
the
is the
Oral B
brand?
one. It was the white ones, but then I traded in and got the Sonic one, or the fancier brand. It's like $80 more.
So you're saying Oral-B
Veneers
bad.
are hard on a toothbrush.
Veneers. I want to get those.
No, you don't.
No.
I had to because I broke a tooth, and they're
Yeah,
expensive.
but then don't you get like automatic level white teeth, and they look all big old.
Well, you got to make
Especially chompers.
that you brush the other teeth super strong. You don't want to have that one white tooth. They do try and match
The
it to your
one
natural
white
tooth
tooth.
color. So what they do is when you break a tooth and you need a veneer, they'll go in, they'll deep clean your teeth, and they'll get the best they can be looking, and then they match the veneer with the color of that, so you don't have one that's sticking out and so obvious. But if
So-
you go to a nightclub and there's fluorescent lights, you can always tell the person has got fake teeth.
Funny. What about that?
Now, we did
Never thought of that.
get a listener on call exactly about the story that you're talking about, how people take advantage.
Egregious returns.
Yeah.
I don't know what the policy is now, but I work for a delivery company for a furniture store, and you'd be surprised how many people would buy a dining room set just before Thanksgiving, take it home, and then call 2 or 3 days later and say it does not fit the room as well as I thought it did. I need to return it. And they would be able to return it. And all they'd have to do is set up a date for the return after they have used it for the Thanksgiving, Christmas holidays, and New Year's holidays, and all the company coming in.
Wow. So buying
Now,
a
that one's a
table
tricky
just for a
one.
big Thanksgiving soiree,
Because aren't you?
and
you're
then
gonna have
take it
Thanksgiving
back.
again the next year.
Don't you have to
Might as well
like
keep
when it comes to furniture now? Don't you like? I returned some movie chairs once, and I had to pay a 30%
a restock fee.
restock
restocking
fee.
fee.
Oh yeah, they
But
might
I
do
didn't
that.
like them. I'd rather at least get some money back than nothing. But I think that 30% would help.
The egregious returns from Costco and different like furniture stores. Yes, I'll give you that one, Eric. That's a tricky one. You have to think about that before you buy it. They're going to tell you there's a 20%, 30% restock fee. With Costco, there was a list on Reddit from Costco employees who've seen the most egregious stuff coming through. One guy said he brought in a patio furniture set that looked like he had been through it for 10 years and wanted to get the return. Now, the person in line said it was sitting right there and they couldn't believe it. But another employee said, don't forget that sometimes when people bring us stuff and we're like, nope, they just walk away and leave it there.
Oh,
And they're like, I'm not taking this back home.
yeah, I would too. I guess if you had something.
It's cheaper than having the
Yeah.
garbage company haul it
Yeah,
off.
In 2024 alone, Americans sent back $743 billion worth of merchandise.
Wow.
$103 billion of that was flagged as fraudulent returns. Some customers treat stores like a free rental service to that man's call, to the point of that man's call. One woman bought a giant Costco playset. She used it for years, and then she returned it for a full refund. Others have brought back half-eaten food, dead plants, even fish. Other returned items, plants for open houses, outdoor tables and chairs for a party, giant TVs to watch a Super Bowl,
Yeah.
Pressure washers and paint sprayers discarded after home improvement projects are done.
Whoa.
Some people even bring back ladders that they use to string holiday lights from their roof lines. Home Depot and Lowe's say they've had enough. Their once generous 90-day window for big appliances is now just 48 hours. I can attest to that. I got a washer and dryer
Just
from them.
48 hours?
Yeah, and they said you got to know within 48. Oh, actually, here when I got my Home Depot washer and dryer, they said when they bring it to you, if there is something that you see wrong, you make them take it right back. If they leave your house, it's yours.
Oh.
When I bought my washer and dryer,
Yeah,
last
but
year.
you may not notice.
They came to our house Saturday
the moment.
to hook up the washer, and you know how the tube goes in the back
Into the drain.
in the
Yeah.
drain. Well, the house we built or we bought, we didn't build it, but we bought it from the builder. Had 3 possible drains to knock out to put the hose in, and they said we don't know which one it is, so we can't put it in.
Yeah, they would rather not connect
yeah.
it, and
They
because
told me-
if they do it wrong, it's on them. They
But
don't
I'm
want
like,
to do
oh,
it.
the guy I called the guy right there. He goes, all 3 go to the drain.
Yeah.
If you just knock it out, the plastic that's on top of the drain.
Yeah, they're
So
knockouts.
what did you do? Did you make them
Knockouts.
take it back?
Well, they're still there. He goes, well, I'm like, can you just knock it out then? He goes, yeah, I just already, we just talked. I just rescheduled you guys for
Oh
another
my
2 days.
God, that's
I'm
so
like,
maddening.
wait, you're sitting right here and you said you rescheduled, but you're right here. You could just knock that out, put it down. You'll be able to, you can tell where the drain is.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm like, I go, just get the hell out of my house. They were being a
Get the
jerk.
hell
I'm
out
like,
of my house.
I don't want you. I'll have my guys do it.
And then he went to GameStop and
Yeah.
chewed them out.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
and then the Home Depot said, how did you enjoy your experience? Yeah, you
no.
could
I
suck
did
it.
not.
1
up.
star.
Yeah, 1 star.
Yeah, those two
Costco
guys.
still stands by its famously lenient policy. They say they bet on the fact that customer loyalty outweighs the cost of the occasional outrageous returner, and that means yes, somebody could still walk in with a 10-year-old couch and walk out with their money
I
back.
still believe like 97% are good people.
I think
returning
that's a little
stuff.
high.
Am I being too?
I think you're being too nice.
Too
I don't
nice?
think it's that
No,
high.
I feel like
I feel like most people are not
maybe
criminals or scumbags. That
they might want to, but they don't. Because we know, like, guys, we've done radio for a long time, and we've known people who.
but a bed for 10 years, that is not right.
Oh, no.
that's
crazy.
not right.
How
Or
do you
somebody
get
that
it?
has like
Get away with that.
or something like they've messed up the couch somehow, and it's like their dog peed on it or something. Like, oh, I'm gonna take this back. Well, your dog peed on it, and that sucks. But hire a cleaning company to clean the cushions. Don't take it back. And
Don't people do that where they get something that breaks, so they just order it again, and then they take the
And they
broken,
give the broken one
put it
back.
back in the box, and then return it?
I'm sure
What?
they've seen
People
it
do
all.
that, Kev?
That would be very well. I guess I could see
Unethical?
the point. If the company made a crap product,
Yeah.
then they deserve it back.
The worst is if they repackage it, and then you get it.
And yeah, then someone
You
else
get it
gets
again?
But here's what you do: you have to return it and say it was malfunctional, and then I believe they put it in the different pile. You can, because a lot of times they'll be like, well, is there anything wrong with it? And you can say, yes, it's a malfunctioning product.
Yeah.
Send it in the trash, or you can restock it.
there has been a famous story about Nordstrom, the department store Nordstrom, and the tire policy. Have you ever heard the tire story of Nordstrom?
Nordstrom sells tires?
They don't, but they'll take them back. And because the thing about Nordstrom when it first came to get the Galleria was they take everything back.
Is that
They have
right
a very
next to
lenient
the
policy.
perfume department? or-
No. So the famous story goes like this, because I had to look it up because I remember thinking like, gosh, they are very good about their returns. So almost 40 years ago, there was a Nordstrom store in Fairbanks, Alaska, where a man named Craig Trounce was a store associate. Craig noticed a customer rolling in a pair of tires into Nordstrom. When he asked him how I can help you, the customer said, I'm here to return these tires. I bought them from this store at this location, and there was a guarantee I can bring these tires back anytime. Well, Nordstrom never sold tires, but in 1975, that location was called Northern Commercial of Alaska Tire Company. And they had this policy that you can bring back the tires at any time. They had automotive supplies. They sold all kinds of
That
stuff.
was a different company.
Instead of turning the tires away, Craig did right by the customer who had driven more than 50 miles with the intention of returning the tires. Knowing little about how tires are priced, Craig called the tire company to get their thoughts on how much they thought the tires were worth, and he gave that man the estimated amount, took the tires, sent him on his way. All over the years, that exact dollar amount was lost.
was
Nobody
fired.
knows.
Yeah,
No, he was not fired.
Yeah.
But that's where
And
the
that was-
tire story
That was his
came
cousin.
out.
His cousin that had the tire.
Yeah.
So
was
that
his
means I
last
can like
day.
take a refrigerator back to the donut shop.
It was a scam. Yeah, these
That's
drug
where the
stores that
tire
take over
story comes
buildings
out.
and
Yeah.
vape stores everywhere. It used to be something else.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I feel like in restaurant industry returns, like some of the most egregious returns I've ever seen when I was still waiting tables, like ridiculous. this lady had come in for lunch at like 12. She came back right before we closed at 9 with her to-go box and said that she didn't like her food.
How much had she eaten?
Wait, with the to-go box?
It was her to-go box. She took there was a quarter of it left. It was in a to-go box. And she said she was here at lunch and she didn't like her food. She wants a refund.
So she ate 3/4 of the meal.
And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, no. And she goes, yeah, I didn't like it. Well, then why didn't you say something at noon? And why did you ask for the to-go box to take it home? She goes, well, I want to take it with me so I could come back and let you guys know that I didn't like it.
Yeah.
And we were just like, my dad was like, no. It's been
Well, then I'll never come back here. Good.
Okay.
We don't need that kind of
Sure.
customer.
I don't need that kind of drama.
So
in
they
my
did
life.
not get their money back.
No, that's ridiculous. People are crazy.
It does suck, though, when you're eating and then they're not around. You're like, I want to return this meal. And I'm like, well, I got to have one more bite.
You have to make sure.
Yeah.
You get somebody else at the table. Is it just me or is this terrible? Here, try it.
Or if it's a steak, like when it's medium or something or too cooked. I'm like, oh, this sucks. I don't want that.
Or if it's not cooked enough, and then you're like, I don't know.
And they go the opposite. Then when you tell them that, then they make sure it's like blue.
You almost
Well,
feel
I
like
was-
they're being
yeah.
vindictive.
That has actually
Yeah.
happened to us.
I've
where
seen
it was
that.
overcooked and we didn't want to say anything, but they insisted, no, I don't think that's right. Let's give you another one. And then it basically came breathing.
Yeah.
And then we're looking at it like, we're not going to eat this one.
Just take it
either.
home and then you can cook it at home.
Exactly.
With some eggs.
Oh, we're so full. Can we have a box? We're going to cook this later.
Oh, you want? And can we get some dessert? Wait a minute, I
Y'all
think you're
can-
full.
Y'all can share your egregious return stories at 713-278-VENT, whether you're the one that made the return or you worked in retail and you saw somebody try to return something, whether it was successful or not.